right. Yes. All right. Welcome to another episode of What the is in the...
Tell me you did not just say that.
Take two.
La 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 la.
Shake it off.
Welcome everybody to another episode of What the Fact is in the Box. We have a special host here, Mr. Del Dias, all the way from the Carolinas. We brought him in because he happens to be our brand champion that helps us represent one of our major brands, which is from Wilson, which is the weboost Home Office 200. We first would like to ask that you subscribe. Please like this video. It'll help you out, kind of giving you an idea of what comes in the box, what are the benefits about using this, and how you can apply this in a lot of different ways. And more importantly, you get a chance to have it autographed by the Bald Wonder here and get a chance to get this raffled off to you for free.
Yeah, be sure to leave a comment with your company information so we know how to contact you.
Aha, and with that, I don't know, where are we? Are we supposed to be somewhere?
Tampa.
There we go. All right, that'll come on.
Tampa.
Let's go ahead and unbox this right here. This is actually, this wouldn't be one of the biggest unboxings we've had, but maybe one of the heaviest.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, here, let me help you with that. Got that there. Now, one of the cool things, and Dale, you can kind of touch on this for the installers out there, is the cable that you actually get included in this.
Yes.
Let me move this to the side.
This is the 50 ohm kit from Wilson. So it's going to use the LMR 400 cable, which is a lower loss for more of your commercial type jobs, whereas their 75 ohm kits will come with RG11 coax.
And then they get, if I'm not mistaken, was it like 75 feet or it's all the kind of for the 100?
60-foot jumper, 60 a 75-foot jumper, and a 2-foot jumper to help with the...
oh, this beauty right here?
Yes, this will be your inline surge, and that'll go... This is what you'll use a 2-foot jumper to get your inline surge inline and grounded.
And then we'll get to the antennas in a second here, but first, this is an antenna, we'll put this to the side, but first let's get to this big baby. So this right here, I think is going to be one of the stars of the shows. And with this Office 200, we have two different versions, and maybe you can kind of tell them about. We have a 75 ohm and a 50 ohm, and what?
Yeah, this is the 50 ohm that we're talking about right here. Is what comes with the LMR 400 cable. The 75 ohm kits will come with RG11 coax. Most of our dealers are probably more familiar with the RG11 and RG6 coax models we sell. The Office 250 ohm comes with the LMR 400, which will be less signal loss, so your longer cable runs. This is the booster here.
This thing is no joke.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
Golly. I'm digging this. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is your cell phone booster. The brains, the power.
Correct.
All that good stuff. And kind of tell them a little bit about when you're doing the 50 ohm versus the 75 ohm. Like when should they do the 50 versus the 75? When does that matter?
More of your commercial jobs will use a 50 ohm, the LMR 400 cable if you have longer cable runs. Your 75 ohm kits, as long as you're not going over, say, a 100-foot run, you're being able to get a 75 ohm.
Now, the other thing too, one of the things that's cool, really cool about Wilson is the support that they give. They actually, this unit here, the fact that it's an Office 200 actually has a 3-year warranty, if I'm not mistaken, with them.
Correct.
And maybe, Del, you can kind of tell them, it's kind of cool for guys that may be their first time dealing with this or a little bit hesitant. What does Wilson kind of help them along in that manner?
Yeah, if it's a larger scale job, definitely want to lean on Wilson design team for support. If you get your signal readings and maybe some blueprints or schematics of the structure, we can get that information over to Wilson Design, and they can actually help with the design of the system.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so it takes about a week turnaround because they do a very detailed with heat maps showing where the towers are at and what kind of signal you're getting. But let's start with outside signal.
Yes, that's the most important thing and very much to talk about.
Yeah. So you can't make something out of nothing. So long as there's some signal outside, they will work. They're more efficient. The more input you have, more signal, the better the amp's going to work.
And one of the things that a dealer can use, there's two different tools, if I'm not mistaken, that they can use.
There's the weboost app for Android and iPhones, and there's also the 5G scanner that just came out. For the app for beginners just getting into this, It's a good solution if you're not willing to pay for the 5G scanner. Once you start getting into these and you start doing these, I would definitely suggest getting the 5G scanner. The scanner works, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes, and it does a scan of the area. We'll pull in all the towers, how far away they are, and it'll give you signal readings for all the major carriers.
That's awesome. All right, now the other part is, this is now what comes with, we got the wire, we have the brains and the power and the jumper.
Yep.
This is where the kind of the star of the show is.
The kits are very simple. There's three major parts. Your outdoor antenna, which grabs the signal, your booster, which amplifies, and then your indoor antenna, which distributes the signal throughout the structure.
And this one is
that's your outdoor omnidirectional.
So this is once you've used your phone or the meter to kind of figure out what signal you're getting and where the tower is. This is what's going to go out on the house or the commercial building, right? Pointing towards that antenna?
Correct.
Okay.
The Office 200s come with the omnidirectional, because these are more for your commercial type establishments. They'll have multiple people in there on multiple carriers, whereas your residential kits usually come with a Yagi or a directional antenna, because most residents are under one. It's one family, and they're all under the same carrier. The omnidirectional is good for bars, restaurants, nail salons, any kind of public places where there's going to be many people on different carriers.
And that Yagi one, if anybody's been looking at this, isn't that the one that kind of looks like the old school?
It's like a triangle.
Yeah, kind of like the old school popsicles we used to eat as kids.
Correct.
All right, perfect. And this antenna here. This
is your indoor low-profile dome antenna. This is usually mounted in the ceiling facing down.
Yeah, so it can mount flush once it's up. Okay. Actually had a dealer, shout out to the dealer, you know who you are, when I mentioned this, who just got through installing this system, and he talked about how strong of an antenna this was and how much more powerful it was compared to some of the ones you can get on the expansion kit, which this you can actually buy multiples of these if you need more than one of these. And Dale, you can kind of talk to, what's the dB in it, a little bit more powerful than the others?
Yeah, some of the antennas you'll get extra dBs, and you want to keep that in mind. Is the signal coming in, every time you go through a splitter or your cable runs, you lose some dBs. So you always want to try to keep your dBs between like -65 up to -90. If you're seeing signal readings around -100 to 120, that's a very, very poor signal. You definitely
so the higher the number, the worse. You want that lower dB loss. So contrary to the way we normally think about a higher number being better, if you had us in the -60s, right, dB, -70s would be much better than a -120, in case you were wondering about that. That's awesome.
Dude, shut up! That is awesome sauce!
And then, of course, like I said, just take that into consideration when you are needing to expand, and depending on how much, how much coverage you're trying to get. I know these things are rated, and if what 20 is it 2,500, 25,000 square feet or something that you'll see on the box?
Yes, a lot of times you'll see a rating of like 10,000 square feet, 20,000 square feet. Take that with a grain of salt, because that's depending on the outside signal. If you've only got, say, 1 or 2 bars of signal outside, the amplifiers will not be able to provide that kind of coverage. I would say if you got 1 or 2 bars outside, I would, so instead of 10,000 square foot of coverage, you're looking at more like 5,000 square foot of coverage.
Yeah.
It all depends on the outside signal. When they say 10,000 square foot, they're talking about,
clear,
five bars,
crystal day,
blazing signal outside.
Blazing signal, not a cloud in the sky, no metal in the way, that kind of thing. That's awesome. What else are we thinking about? Is that kind of...
Go with the warranty. So they got weboost residential is a 2-year. This is the weboost commercial, or weboost for business with a 3-year warranty. And then we also carry the Wilson Pro Enterprise, which are your more large scale jobs like doctor's offices, hospitals, schools. Those come with a 5-year.
Schools for sure.
Yeah, those come with a 5-year warranty.
That's awesome. 5-year, great customer service. They help with design, can plot everything out for you, especially if you end up getting the meter. And they can actually, once you have the meter, it actually can record what you are setting for that area, almost like a blueprint, if you will. And then they can go in and literally fill out those blueprints for how many antennas, what size booster do you need to get that job to where you have perfect reception for what you want. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Del.
Yeah,
man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Sunny Florida.
Sunny Florida. Yeah, that's why I'm sweating right now. That's bold wonders.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully that was something that you were able to pick up. If you have more questions, you can definitely give us a call here at Dow Technologies. And don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below, and get your chance to win this amazing prize. Thanks guys.
See y'all.